Alright kids, so today I wanted to show you an issue I've been having with the suspension on this thing. It's a 2012 Scion TC, which I always say is a Toyota Celica. That's what's the TC stand for. Come on now. And everywhere I could point in any direction and find a Toyota badge. the windows all say Toyota and the motor's Toyota, and this is a Toyota. I wanted to put a camera on the right front wheel because that right front shock is completely blown. If I ever hit like a speed bump or a pothole or anything in the road, it sounds like the right front of the car is like gonna fall off. So I've got a camera mounted on it right now, and I'm hoping to see like how bad that tire is actually flopping around. There's a couple bumps on our little dirt road here that I think I can see just exactly how bad that vibration is. So yeah, we bought this car I think 6 months ago. I needed a good commuter car that doesn't have any options, no GPS, nothing fancy, you know, no electronic suspension or anything like that. I just wanted a basic 4-cylinder car for going back and forth to work. My commute is about 50 miles one way. So it's imperative that I have a good commuter car. And I also wanted something fun. And these little Scion TCs, they sold them as kind of like a beginner's car. It's not too fast. It's not going to get you in trouble. It's still easy to commute in. You know, I think I'm getting 35 miles per gallon right now, and I did that with a new set of plugs, the correct weight oil, and I'm running Royal Purple in the transmission. It's a 6-speed manual. And looking around the car, it does have some issues. The door on the passenger side, it's got a little crease in it, and there's little scratches and dings and stuff like that, because it's nothing against the car itself, but the people that usually buy these cars, they wreck them. They just destroy them, which is a shame because it's a really good car, and they don't make cars like this anymore. There's no turbo. There's nothing complicated about the motor. It's a fantastic little car. And I'm going to do some minor upgrades on it. So I've got a set of adjustable shocks. I also have a set of lowering springs. I've already upgraded the front brakes to drilled and slotted. I'm going to upgrade the rear brakes to drilled and slotted. I basically want just a good commuter / driver's car out of this thing. All right, so I've already started working on the TC. We are replacing the shocks and struts and installing lowering springs as well. And to get to the shock towers, you got to take off the splash guard cowling and the wiper motors and stuff. They're actually pretty easy to take off. And also on these TCs, there is a maintenance position. That's usually where you put the hood, but if you put it here, it opens the hood a little bit further so we can get to the shock towers. And the fun begins, even though I kind of started before I started filming. But windshield wipers are sitting up top. And then there's the metal cowl, the wiper motor assembly, and the plastic cowling. It all pops off of there pretty easy. And that's the springs we're going to be using. I'm also going to put a new set of rear brakes. Front brakes are brand new, but the star of the show are these TEIN Enduro Pro adjustable shocks all the way around. And I got to get busy. Meow. Hi, kitty. So, one side down. We got it all up in there. I just gotta tighten everything. But I'm gonna go ahead and do the other side. And tighten everything at once. Because that's the right way to do it. What do you think, kitty? Huh? Yeah. So, we've got the front all bolted in, bolted up. Just gotta get it on the ground, tighten a few things. Clean up my mess. And yeah, we'll get the front end on the ground and put on a couple of new wheels and tires and move to the back after I put the front end apart or back together. Alright, so we have the fronts done, and ride height's pretty good. I'm okay with the ride height there. And rear brakes too. And then alignment later, probably tomorrow. Old wheels, new wheels, old wheels. Alright, so I've run out of time and patience, so come back to the rear suspension tomorrow morning. But so far I've got the shocks off, and I just got to figure out how to drop the control arm so I can get the springs out, and we should be all good and spiffy. I think it looks alright. Oh, and I also got to put new rear brakes on it. But it is sunset time here in Nevada, and our house looks like a used car lot. Everything here is well used. So got a little late start this morning, but rear springs and shocks are installed. Looks pretty spiffy, and these guys are adjustable. So I don't know if I want to leave the trim piece off or just cut a hole in it so the adjusters are still out. But before I put tires and wheels on, I gotta change out those rear brakes. Continue moving. Rear brakes installed, rear suspension done. Get the tires on it, put it on the ground, and test drive. So today we're getting some keys cut for the car, and I like the new wheels and tires. I think it looks pretty good, and with the new suspension it sits like the way it's supposed to. I could have gone a little bit wider on the tires, you know, because right now the rims stick out further than the tires, but I kind of like the look. Plus it doesn't rub on the fenders, so I think we're pretty cool. I do have a new door, since that one's got a big old dent in it. But yeah, we're good. Car's handling really good. I took the back way from Virginia City back to Fallon, and I've got the shocks tuned just right, and car drives awesome. I feel bad about all the dents and stuff and scratches, but I'll get to those later. And brakes are awesome. I got new brakes on it there, new wheels and tires. Very happy with that little car. Here in a couple weeks I'll have to get an alignment once the springs settle, and I'll finish detailing it and a couple other little things. But yeah, car's running great.